What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Friday. Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Mat Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt after a 2-1 night last night. So we get the basketball play. That might have been the easiest bet cashed for basketball. Did you see what Utah did to UCLA? It's like their second worst loss in history. They killed them. So that 8 was easy. We got that. Over was not easy. We got a goal in the last 30 seconds by Pittsburgh to put the game into the over. That was nice. 3-3. Vancouver did win that plus 120, man. It was crazy. I didn't bet it. Sometimes it's annoying because I know Jeff Davis is the guy who does the hockey betting, the lines at Circa Sports here in Vegas. And I have a lot of respect for everybody at Circa and their line making. And when they're off market, it gives me pause. And Jeff Davis had Vancouver at plus 120 and everybody else had it at plus 105. And I was like, man, Jeff really likes the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. And I was like, I like Vancouver. So I was like, if I like Vancouver, I got to like the over. So I just bet the over, but I should have bet both. And both would have cashed. So we got the over. Vancouver wins in overtime. 4-3, like I thought. The game was going to go 4-3. Both goaltenders give up 3 goals. Overtime goal, 4-3 win for Vancouver. So we got that right. So 2-0 we started. And then if the Boston Bruins go to overtime and you're watching the game and you can live bet it, maybe a good idea to fade them. They're now 2-8 in the overtime. Now they're 2-1 in shootouts. But they're 2-8 in overtimes this season. That is not good for a team that's leading the East in points. You would go, or I guess them and the Rangers going back and forth, depends on the night they play, but like one of the top 2 teams in the East for points, to leave 6 points on the ice like that, woof, early 8 points on the ice like that. Like you would think they would go 50-50, not 2-8. 20% of the time they're winning games when it goes to overtime. So just something to keep in mind as you go forward here when it comes to the Boston Bruins. So 2-1, up 0.7. We did lay the 130 on the Bruins. So that hurt a little bit, but not bad. So last 2 days went 1-2, then 2-1. That's kind of the nature of this thing we're doing. We're still down, I guess, like a half a unit for the last 2 days, but nothing too crazy. Had a good day, had a 3-0 this week, and obviously we had the big national championship on Monday. So heading towards the weekend, I've got a basketball bet for tonight. I've got a hockey bet for tonight. And then I'm going to do 2 NBA player props. It's a Friday, so we'll bring back NBA player props. I'll put those in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get into that. I'll post the 2 NBA player props coming up later on today before the games tip off on a Friday night. Not going to go heavy because we've got football on Saturday, football on Sunday. Lots of things coming up for us here for that. Remember the live streams coming up this weekend. So a lot of things going on with that. Saturday and Sunday for the live streams. I got to check. I'm fairly confident the Saturday live stream is the same as the Sunday live stream, which is going to be noon. But tomorrow I'll give you all the details as to what time we're going live for the playoffs. 2 games for Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. Lots of betting, prop bets, and fun stuff coming on Saturday. So before we give you the picks for today, last day to enter today, the playoff pick'em contest with Splash Sports and BettingPros. $25 entry. 3 entries are maxed if you want to go for the max entries. You pick the winner of each playoff game. Payouts are based on the amount of the entrants. Pays out the top 10. Depends on how many people are in it. Enter at bettingpros.com/splash to get into this fun tournament. Best of luck to those of you who are playing. Pick'em, playoff pick'em with Splash Sports and Betting Pros for top 10 payouts for the playoffs. Bettingpros.com/splash. Okay, college basketball. Let's start with Nebraska on the road at Iowa. This is like an age-old thing. Team that's unranked knocks off the number 1 team in the country at home in really impressive fashion. They go on the road to play a rival in their next game. It's an auto fade. Like, it's just automatic. I don't know. Nebraska may keep the game close. Nebraska may win the game. But the number is 4, and I'm betting Iowa. Why? Iowa's got the best offense in the Big Ten. If Nebraska is not 100% ready to play in this game, Iowa's going to blow them off Carver Hawkeye's floor. This game will not be close, okay? The game before Purdue, for Nebraska, on the road, Wisconsin clocked them, won by 16 points. this game could very easily go in a very similar way. Iowa's offense is 24th best in the country. They are great at scoring. They're great at tempo. They're just a fast team up and down. Now, they don't play a lick of defense. They're not good defensively at all. They're 120th with adjusted efficiency. They're 175th at effective field goal percentage. They're 261st in three-point defense. They're 131st in two-point defense. If Nebraska's shots are falling like they did against Purdue, Iowa's in trouble. I'm just banking that they're going to look like they did against Creighton, where they lost by 29 at home, versus when they hit everything against Purdue and they beat them by 16 points. Numbers opened up 3.5, bet up to 4. Some books are at 4.5. I'm taking the 4. I think Iowa comes up and wins this game. Letdown spot for the Huskers. Big win in their last game at home against Rutgers for Iowa. They were laying 6. They won by 9. They're laying 4 here. They are 4-6 so far. 4-5 at home, 4-6 over their last 10 games. They are 1-3 ATS in the Big Ten, but that's mostly because of what happened with the one win over Rutgers. They lost to Wisconsin on the road by 11. Nebraska lost by 16, so that was a common opponent there. They lost by 10 at home to Michigan, which wasn't great. They beat straight up. I think it's only been one home loss for them straight up. Let me just double check on that for Iowa this year. Iowa's 8-1 at home straight up. Nebraska's 2-2 on the road straight up, but they lost to Wisconsin on the road. They did beat Kansas State handedly on the road back in early December. But that was a while ago. That was over a month ago. Their last road game, they wound up losing by 16 to Wisconsin. I think a similar thing happens here tonight. I'm laying the 4. Iowa -4 at home against Nebraska for 1.1 units. To hockey, the Predators and the Stars. We are looking at a really small card here for hockey, just 2 games. But on the road this season, the Nashville Predators are 10-6-2 to the over on the road this year. At home this season, the Dallas Stars are the number 1 team in hockey. They're 18-4 to the over. Over the last 10, they are 10-0 to the over. 10-0. Number 6.5. Kind of surprised the number 6.5, to be quite honest. I would think that the number would be somewhere, it would be 7, but I guess they're worried about that. 6-4 Nashville over the last 10. It is Saros in net, who can be good at times. He's got a 3.09 goals against average this year. That's expected goaltenders. It's going to be for Saros, for Nashville. On the road, 2.93 goals against average. He is 5-5 for Saros on the road. Recently, he played at Detroit, gave up 5 goals. At Philadelphia, gave up 2 goals. At Montreal, gave up 1. But primarily, Saros has been playing at home. He's not been their road goaltender. He's been their home goaltender, but he is on the road here tonight for Nashville. First period over. I gave you the first period under for Vegas and Dallas yesterday. Vegas and Boston yesterday. That hit really easily. Heck, it was 0-0 in the third period. So that game came in. First period under. First period over has been very profitable involving the Nashville Predators this year. They just have been one of those teams. It just kind of doesn't matter who they're playing. First period overs have hit consistently. And let me give you the number on it for first period overs for Nashville. Not the official play on the game, but if you're looking for just the updated data, Nashville on the year this year, first period over. They've changed actually. They've come down from where they were. Now they're the 4th best team. They were the 2nd. Now they're the 4th. 27 times in 41 games. That's 66% of the time. 6-4 over the last 10 for Nashville for a first period over. For Dallas, they are 5-5 over their last 10. They are 25 out of 40. That's 62.5% of the time for Dallas, but that's for first period. We're talking full game here. We're going over 6.5 for these two teams. Wedgwood at home can be, he can be decent. That's kind of the one. He's 12-4-3 now. And at home, at times, Scott Wedgwood can be decent. Got a 3.19 goals against average. He's 8-3 on the year at home. Recently gave up 2 goals in a 7-2 win at home against Minnesota gave up 4 goals to these very Nashville Predators back on the 6th of January at home, 4-3 final. At home against Colorado, 5-4 final. At home against Montreal, 4-3 final. He lost 3 of those 4 games. 8-1 final against Chicago, 5-4 final against Chicago as well. You have to go all the way back to, when's the last time we've seen a home game with Wedgwood in net go under? Oh my gosh. October 26th was the last time. A 4-1 loss to Toronto. That was the last time a home game where we had Wedgwood in net. The game was under 6.5. So, over 6.5. Predators and the Dallas Stars tonight for 1.1 units. All right, so we're doing 2 NBA player props. I will put that in the Discord channel for you guys coming up here. Big weekend. Hopefully you'll be with us on Saturday and on Sunday here as we break down all the NFL action for a wild card weekend, super wild card weekend, including a Monday night game, including Tampa and Philadelphia. Hello. Great games coming up here in the NFL. But for today, we're laying 4 with Iowa, -4 at home against Nebraska, and we're going over 6.5 for Dallas and for the Nashville Predators. 2 NBA player props to be given to you guys coming up later on today in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat. My name is Mat Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. Every morning, it is the Daily Juice podcast, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.